very good morning to all our BMC officers, respected HMs, teachers, and our very own students. I am Ms. Shweta Panchal, and today I am going to teach you English subject. Let's start a lesson with a PPT. So, welcome all to the English class. We are studying for the Standard 7, and today's topic is from Unit number 2, 2.4, How Doth the Little Busy Bee? Let's begin. Before that, some instructions for you all. All these instructions you have to follow during the online class. Keep your mics mute during the presentation. Do not chat while the presentation. Use headphones for better sound. Keep notebook and pen handy to write down your queries. Ask questions at the end of presentation. Ask questions related to the topic only. Please raise hand if you want to ask or answer. So the topic for today is How Doth the Little Busy Bee? It's a poem, and today we are going to learn it. First we will recite the poem and then we will understand the meaning of the poem paragraph wise. I will read it out to you and I will explain you what is the meaning of it. We are also going to know what is the meaning of parody, and we will also see some information about the poet of this poem. Okay, let's begin. First, I'm going to read it for you. How doth the little busy bee improve each shining hour and gather honey all the day from every opening flower? How skillfully she builds her cell, how neat she spreads the wax, and labors hard to store it well with the sweet food she makes. Now, this poem is about a busy bee. You can see the picture of a honeybee next to you. It is about the honeybee which works all day hard to collect honey. Okay. Before understanding the meaning of this poem, let's see about the poet. Now, the poet of this poem is Isaac Watts. He is a very well-known poet. Was born on July 17, 1674 in Hampshire, England. He died on November 25, 1748 in London. He is regarded as the father of English hymnody. Watts wrote educational books on geography, astronomy, grammar, and philosophy, which were widely used throughout the 18th century. He is now best known, however, for his hymns. So he is a very well-known poet. Hymnody means a skill of writing hymns. Hymns are short songs or poems. So he's very well known, and this poem is written by Isaac Watts. Let's understand the meaning of this poem. How doth the little busy bee? How doth the little busy bee improve each shining hour? Here the word doth, it means does. It is an old English word. Here the poet is saying that the busy bee is improving each shining hour. Improve each shining hour over here, it means make good use of time. The poet is calling the bee busy. Why it is calling it busy? Because the bee does its work continuously without taking any break. It makes use of each and every minute, each and every hour. It all day the bee is working hard. Even if the bee is little, the poet is calling it little. Means the bee is very small in size, but the size doesn't matter because the willpower of the bee is very strong and it is willing to work hard and gathers honey all the day from every opening flower. Now, how the bee does hard work and for what it does hard work? It does hard work to collect, to gather all the honey, and throughout the day, it keeps on doing the same work. And from where does the bee collect the honey? It collects honey from every opening flower. Here, opening flower means blooming flowers. You can see in the picture also the bee is sitting on a flower and it is collecting the nectar. And from this nectar, the bee will prepare the honey. This honey is stored in the beehive and it is used as food for later period. In a beehive, there are worker bees and one queen bee. All the worker bees work hard to collect the honey and the queen bee is the one who is given more importance in the beehive. The work of queen bee is to produce the young ones, that is the baby bees. And these baby bees are kept in the beehives. Okay, and all the food that the worker bees are collecting is for the nourishment of these baby bees. Let's see the next paragraph. How skillfully she builds her cell. How neat she spreads the wax. Now children, you can see in the picture, the beehive is very beautifully constructed. And you can see that each cell of the beehive is of same size and same shape. The shape of the cell is hexagon. A hexagon has 6 sides. The bee is so skillful, so good at her work that she doesn't make any difference or any mistake in making the cells of the beehive. She is very neat at her work and she makes it with the help of the wax. Now, how does this bee get this wax? The gland of the worker bees convert the sugar contents of honey into wax. So this wax is being produced by the worker bees and they produce it from the sugar in the honey. And with this wax they construct the hive. This hive contains small cells in which the honey is stored and labors hard to store it well with the sweet food she makes. Now this worker bees are working very hard. Labors hard means works very hard. Why they work hard? To store it. To store what? The sweet food. The sweet food is nothing but the honey. So the worker bees work hard to store honey in this cells. They don't even store the honey, they also protect it from other people, other insects, even from us. How do they protect? The bees have a sting at the end of their body, which is very poisonous. When they feel that somebody is attacking their hive, they attack the person and they sting it to make the person go away from their hive. In this way, they protect their hive from other insects as well as from other people. So this was a poem about a busy bee, and we saw that how she's hardworking, how she constructed her work, even after being a very small creature, even after being a little creature, the honeybee is working hard to do her work, to collect honey, to store food for her, to produce food for her. So, like her, we also have to be hardworking. Never mind if you are a small kid or a grown up person, you can work hard at any point of time. If you have the will to do your work, if you have the will to work hard, you can definitely achieve what you want to achieve in your life. So, from this poem, we get a message that if you work hard and if you do continuous work, you will become skillful, you will become good at your work, and you will achieve your goals in your life. Now, let us see the next part of this poem. The next part of this poem is a parody. A parody is a humorous piece of writing, drama, or music which imitates the style of a well-known person or represents a familiar situation in an exaggerated way. So parody is a humorous piece. It is a funny part or a funny poem or a funny drama which is an imitation, which is a imitation of a well-known writer's poem or drama. Here in this lesson, in this poem, we are going to see a parody of the previous poem, that is How Dot the Little Busy Bee. The parody of this we are going to see in this part. So parody is written by some other poet and they imitate the style of writing of the original poet. They also add a humor to this by using beautiful words and fantasies. There is a little bit of exaggeration also in this. Let's see the parody. A parody. Now this parody is on a little crocodile. First, we are going to recite this and then we will understand the meaning of each paragraph one by one. How doth the little crocodile improve his shining tail and pour the waters of the Nile on every golden scale? How cheerfully he seems to grin, how neatly spreads his claws, and welcomes little fishes in with gently smiling jaws. Now you can see the picture of a crocodile. He's very cheerful. This poem is also about a crocodile. Now you all know that crocodile is very big in size. It is very scary. But the poet in this is trying to make him look and appear funny and cheerful. Let's see who has written this parody. Now, the poet of this parody is Lewis Carroll. His real name is Charles Lutwidge Dodgson, better known by his pen name Lewis Carroll. So his real name is Charles Lutwidge Dodgson, and his pen name is a name which a writer uses as a author of his writings. So his pen name is Lewis Carroll. Was an English writer of children's fiction. So he was an English writer and he used to write children's fiction stories. Fiction stories are the stories which are not real. It is just mere imagination. Notably, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and its sequels Through the Looking Glass. So his famous fiction story is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. You have studied this lesson also in your previous class. He was noted for his facility at wordplay, logic, and fantasy. So he was very creative and he used to play with words so well that the reader used to enjoy his writing. He also used logic and fantasy, which amazed the readers when they read his writings. Let's see what he has written in this poem, a parody. How doth the little crocodile improve his shining tail? Now, here this poem is about a crocodile. The poet is calling this crocodile little, and the crocodile is improving his shining tail. How is the tail of the crocodile? It is shining. And pours the waters of the Nile on every golden scale. The crocodile is moving his tail and he is pouring the waters of Nile. Nile is a major north-flowing river in northeast in Africa. It is the longest river in Africa and also in the world. So it is one of the longest river in the world, and many crocodiles are found in this Nile river. They are called as Nile crocodiles. So here in this poem, the poet is saying that the crocodile is pouring the waters of the Nile with the help of his tail on his golden scales. Now what are golden scales? The scales are nothing but dermal armor or hardened skin. The upper layer of the skin becomes very hard and this forms a structure on the body of the creature. You can see in the picture, in the second picture, you can see the scales on the body of the crocodile. So the poet is calling these scales golden. Why? Because they are shining in the bright sunlight. They're shining like gold. And the crocodile is pouring the water on the scales, which is cleaning them and allowing them to shine in the bright sun. Let's see the next paragraph. How cheerfully he seems to grin, how neatly spreads his claws. Now the crocodile is very cheerful. Cheerful means very happy. And he seems to grin. Grin means smile broadly. You can see an emoticon on your right hand side. So you can see grin means smile broadly. So the crocodile is smiling broadly. And He's sitting spreading his claws neatly. Claws are the food of the creatures. Okay, so you can see the picture of his claws on your right hand side. So the crocodile is spreading the claws and he's sitting comfortably on the banks of the river and he's waiting over there and welcomes little fishes in with gently smiling jaws. Now he's sitting there and he's waiting for the little fishes to come come inside the jaws. You can see the picture of his jaws. You can see how strong his teeth are and how wide he has opened his mouth, his jaws. You can see very sharp teeth. So he's waiting like this for the fishes to come inside and so that he can eat it. Children, crocodiles are very patient. Okay, when they sit on the bank of the river, they can wait there and be stable without moving for a very long period of time. Okay, so in this position, the crocodile waits for the prey to come closer to him and then he can eat the prey. Okay, so in this picture, you can see how wide he can open his mouth. His jaws are very strong. Even on Discovery Channel or on Net Geo, you might have seen many series of programs about crocodiles. So the story in this, the poem has given us the information about the crocodile, which is a very harsh creature, but the poet has very beautifully made it little funny and very interesting with the good use of words. I hope you have understood this. Yes, children, if you have any questions regarding this, you can ask. Otherwise, we will do the exercise. Do you want any explanation? Have you understood the poem? Please on your mic.
Yes, teacher.
Do you want to ask any questions to me regarding it? Yeah, who's this? Please tell your name. Tofik, you want to ask anything? Or if you have understood, please
Yes,
tell.
teacher.
Yes, what you want to ask?
Yes, miss, I understood.
Okay, okay. So if you have understood, let's start with our exercise. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Are you ready, everyone?
Yes.
So for exercise, you have to find the rhyming words. Please keep the textbook in front of you, page number 35, so that you can easily look in your textbook and tell me the answers. Okay? And if you
Yes.
have pencil, please keep pencil in your hand so that you can underline the rhyming words. So the first question for you is R. You have to tell me the rhyming word for R in the poem. Which is the rhyming word for R?
Flower. Flower. R
Yes.
with the day. Flower.
Flower?
Flower.
Yes, very good.
Flower.
Excellent. Very good. So the rhyming word for R is flower. Let's see the next word. Cell.
Well.
Well,
Well.
Yes, very good.
Well.
The rhyming
Well.
word for cell is well.
well,
Yes, miss.
Well.
Next one,
yes, miss.
crocodile.
Well.
Nile,
Nile.
crocodile, Nile.
Crocodile.
Crocodile, mile.
Yes, very good.
Nail.
Crocodile, Nile.
and Nile.
Nile.
Yes. Let's see the next
Nile.
one.
Tail.
Ale.
Tail.
Scale. Scale.
Tail, tail, tail.
Scale, miss.
Yes, very good, very
And
good.
scale. And scale.
Tail, scale.
Gra-
Grin.
in.
In.
In. In.
Yes,
In.
very good. Grin, in.
Clovers. Jowers.
Close,
Claws.
close.
Gloves.
Close.
Gloves.
Claws.
Jowers.
No.
Jowers.
No.
Jaws.
JWS.
Claws.
JAWS.
Coffee needle.
JWS cross.
Jaws.
Listen, listen, listen. Claws, jaws. Okay. Say again.
Gloves.
Claws,
Jaws.
jaws. Okay. It is not claws, it is claws. Claws, jaws.
Jaws.
Okay. Let's
Yes.
see your assignment.
Okay.
Very good, children. You have answered all the questions correctly. Now, here is an assignment for you. Here is an homework for you. It is on your page number 36. Okay. Page number 36. Question number 4 from your English workshop. So, in this, you have to describe the crocodile by using the following words and phrases. Okay. So, the words are little, shining tail, golden scale, cheerful, grin, claws, gently smiling, jaws. Okay. So, using these words, you have to make sentences describing the crocodile. Okay. Have you understood your assignment? You have to write at least 5 to 6 lines describing the crocodile.
Yes, miss.
Okay. Thank you for attending the lecture.
Yes.
Teacher,
Yes.
Miss, I'm not written the rhyming word, so and I have not textbook English subject, so
You
I'm not
don't
giving answer in rhyming word.
have textbook?
No.
Okay, no problem. You can download the app of the textbook and you can see in that page number 35 and you can
No,
underline.
miss. I'm not seeing in normal textbook because I'm blind student.
Okay, no problem, no problem, no issues. You heard me na while when I was saying the rhyming words?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. You can see the video again to recollect the rhyming words. Okay,
Okay.
very good, very good. Thanks for participating, everyone.
Thank you, miss.
Bye bye for now. Take care.
Bye, miss. Yes.